Welcome to the Uso Penitentiary.
The following contest is a tables, ladders, and chairs match. Making his way to the ring from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 228 pounds.
Have you been down since day one-ish?
Saxon, I've been down a lot longer than you have.
No, not this guy. All he does is talk nonsense.
It's not nonsense when you're woken, Michael Cole.
I'm awake.
And his opponent from Cameron, North Carolina, weighing in at 236 pounds, Matt Hardy.
Byron, don't pretend you understand what this goof is all about.
Well, not all the time, but I think I could, with time, qualify as a woken warrior.
I disagree strongly, Byron. You do not possess the mental capacity to be woken. You are but merely a loquacious alpaca.
And we're underway here with this huge TLC match.
So much can go wrong in a match like this, guys, which is why it's considered one of the most dangerous in all of WWE.
Jey Uso is so explosive in the ring, guys. He can hit you with a splash, slap on a devastating submission, or start a super kick party.
And while he's dished out a few hangovers with his brother Jey Uso, he's more than capable of throwing a super kick party all by himself.
Uh-oh, soul kick! Caught with the elbow.
Right on the jaw.
Uh-oh, soul kick! There he goes, crashing to the floor. Bringing it back into the ring.
All right, listen up, morons, especially you, Byron. A tables, ladders, and chairs match, commonly known as a TLC match, originated thanks to three of the greatest tag teams of all time. I'm talking about the Dudley Boys, the Hardy Boys, and Edge and Christian. You got the tables for the Dudleys, the ladders for the Hardys, and the chairs for ENC.
Uh-oh, soul kick!
Corey, you spoke about the TLC match. It is interesting to note that the TLC match was created because of the incredible triangle ladder match the Dudley Boys had against the Hardys and Edge and Christian for the WWE Tag Team titles at WrestleMania 2000. And that was just the beginning.
You got that right, Michael. There was incredible history between those three teams. Each duo put it all on the line so they could be WWE Tag Team Champions. Even though the wild matches between them had TLC elements in them, the first official TLC match sanctioned by WWE took place at SummerSlam 2000.
TLC matches became so popular that WWE established a separate special event named after the match. In 2013, WWE once again made history. This was history that was 50 years in the making. The Viper, Randy Orton, was WWE Champion. John Cena was the World Heavyweight Champion. The winner would leave as WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
Corey, you mentioned this earlier, but it bears repeating. The match had incredible historical significance. The World Heavyweight Championship dates back to the early 1900s. The WWE Championship dates back to 1963. in the first WWE champion, Nature Boy, Buddy Rogers. There was a big fight feel in Houston, Texas that night.
It looked like the Viper was going to win after he handcuffed Cena to the bottom rope, but Cena detached the rope and fought back against Orton. Both men struggled until the Apex Predator ripped Cena off the ladder, forcing him to land face first on a table. The Viper became immortalized when he grabbed both historic prizes and became the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. A TLC match is so dangerous that you never want to make a mistake. But being too tentative can also cost you. We saw that at TLC 2016 when AJ Styles defended his WWE World Heavyweight Championship against Dean Ambrose. Ambrose said that his temper was his game plan, but if anyone would be at home in a TLC match, it's the Lunatic Fringe. Oh boy, he is rolling.
The 2016 TLC match was the 19th in history, and it would not be for the faint of heart. There was no way to predict which superstar was going to incapacitate his opponent first to climb up the ladder. AJ Styles showed he was more than comfortable battling in TLC's environment of twisted, unforgiving steel and solid wood.
Both men had bad intentions, as displayed by AJ Styles when he...
You've got to believe this one's over. Victory is on the horizon.
And the odds just swung in Matt Hardy's favor.
There are so many ways Jey Uso can hurt an opponent, but the biggest threat to a superstar going up against Jey Uso is the aerial assault. Jey can destroy his adversaries from the air with ease.
Jarring headbutt.
Jey Uso is looking to inflict serious harm on his opponents. One of Uso's forms of attack that an opponent needs to be well scouted in is Uso's numerous air attacks.
Jey Uso for the win.
We got our money's worth with that one. Take a look.
I've got to be honest with you. I'm kind of glad that match is over. He comes out with a W, but it wasn't very pretty.
Here is your winner, Jey Uso.
Put a check in the win column for Jey Uso.
Well, it's a good thing Matt Hardy is just a vessel, because when you've lived thousands of years, a loss like tonight is hardly a blip on the... Oh, guys, wait. Here comes my favorite part.
The following contest is a steel cage match. Making his way to the ring from Panama City, Florida, weighing in at 205 pounds, the European champion, Adam Cole.
The leader of Undisputed Era.
From a journey around the world to bursting on the scene at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3, Adam Cole is finally on the big stage where he's wanted to be all along.
The mission statement has been very simple. Shock the system.
Incredible athlete. Incredible trash talker.
It's not bragging if you can back it up.
The Big Red Monster.
And his opponent, from parts unknown, weighing in at 323 pounds, Kane!
One of the most sadistic superstars ever to step foot in a ring. A true tortured soul.
Remorseless, cold, and absolutely destructive.
As vicious, brutal, punishing as they come.
Straight from the mouth of hell, marching surely one day into the WWE Hall of Fame.
Singles action is underway, and in this one, I wouldn't attempt to predict what's going to happen. I'd just be ready for anything. Sometimes that's all you can do.
Well, the door's locked, and at this point, the competitors might just be wondering exactly what they've gotten themselves into.
Nailed it.
What grace! Float over and DDT!
Spiked him.
Arenas around the world became filled with fire and despair when Kane appeared at In Your House, Bad Blood 1997. The entity tore the door off the Hell in a Cell and attacked his brother, The Undertaker.
Ooh, that hurt right to the kidney.
Golly.
This might be...
Shoulders down, roll up.
Kane tore through the Attitude Era and even tombstone baseball legend Pete Rose at WrestleMania 14, but that was only the beginning for this monster who battled Mankind, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, DX, and a host of others.
Kane's held so many championships, I can't list them all here. And in recent years, Kane formed Team Hell No, reformed the Brothers of Destruction with The Undertaker, became the Director of Operations for The Authority, and showed us that the Demon was back. The steel cage is a massive enclosure that stands 15 feet in height. For almost 35 years, a select group of high flyers have taken their aerial assaults to greater heights. And when I say that, I mean superstars climb to the top of the steel cage, the real high-rent district, and dive off onto their opponent. And that all started with one man in October of 1983, Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
To your point earlier, Byron, we've definitely seen some unbelievable attacks be launched from the top of the steel cage. And you mentioned the most iconic, the steel cage match for the Intercontinental Championship that saw Jimmy Superfly Snuka clash against bitter rival, the magnificent Morocco.
There's no denying that Superfly set the bar. You look over the years to people like Jeff and Matt Hardy, Eddie Guerrero, Kurt Angle, and Chris Jericho. They continued to push the envelope and executed unbelievable attacks from the top of the cage. And watch Rikishi take flight off the top of the steel cage.
Wow. Adam Cole orchestrated his invasion of NXT to shock the system. But as we saw the night after NXT TakeOver Philadelphia, for the creator of the Undisputed Era, that was just the beginning.
The Extreme Rules match Adam Cole competed in against Aleister Black was brutality redefined. So when the buzzer went off during the 2018 Royal Rumble match the next night, no one expected Cole to be the 23rd entrant.
You mentioned something that begs repeating, gentlemen, and that's Adam Cole in the 2018 Royal Rumble match. Let's remember the response that Cole received from the WWE Universe on hand in Philadelphia. Baby.
Why do you say it's so weird?
really good at it, man.
Anyway, he had a warm reception in Philly, which is one of the cities where Adam Cole made his name before coming to NXT. It might be cliche, but it's true here. It ain't over till it's over.
Goes down hard. Before 2017's Extreme Rules, there were just 3 previous tag team matches where championship gold was decided inside a steel cage in the history of WWE special events. The Hardy Boys were in 2 of those matches. At Extreme Rules, in order to win the match, both members of a team had to exit the cage and have both feet on the floor.
The Hardys used their famous continuity to gain the early advantage until Cesaro and Sheamus utilized their devastating power to slow the pace of the match down. Both teams battled atop the steel cage, but in the end, Sheamus and Cesaro won the race to the arena floor to become new Raw Tag Team Champions.
The best way to describe combatants clashing inside a steel cage is its battle of attrition. Sometimes a superstar is left with no choice but to...
Great job escaping, trying to turn this thing around.
Float over. And a DDT.
Spiked him.
Byron, you touched on this earlier, but it's so important for a superstar to accept that there's nowhere to run and nowhere to hide in a steel cage match. That the conflict will be resolved within the 15-foot-high steel walls that surround the ring. And that losing a cage match can mean much more than a mark in the loss column. For some, it has meant the end of the...
Going for the ball!
A crushing blow by Kane.
That could procure... Getting it done.
Oh boy, he is rolling. Takes him down in a major way, too.
Kane is looking to end this.
He wants no part of this. Kane.
A crushing blow by Kane.
Kane is looking to end this. Counter here.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
We only got one. Beautiful technique.
Wow, Kane is getting absolutely pummeled. I don't know if Kane can recover.
Oh, nasty impact.
Wow, Kane is getting absolutely pummeled.
The strength of the Undisputed Era group can be linked back to its leader, Adam Cole. The trio was built with specific elements in mind, and NXT has felt the wrath of these men from the moment they arrived. Boom, what impact!
We have to give credit where credit is due. The vision Adam Cole utilized to create the Undisputed Era was genius. Adam Cole knew exactly what was needed to invade NXT and earn big opportunities.
This steel cage match is in the books.
Some superstars doing what they do best. Here are the highlights.
These guys showed flashes in this match, but flashes don't exactly set the world on fire, as these highlights show very well. The superstars in this one got after it pretty good from the opening bell. Can't complain about the effort, technical proficiency, or result here.
Here is your winner, Adam Cole.
Wow, now that's a commanding win.
Gentlemen, we now might be living in the Undisputed Era.
Guys, it sounds like we can all agree that was an extremely impressive win.